God bless. This is the life, children. This is the life that we are going to be used to. This is a beautiful life full of boats and ferries and tours and more, and scores and chores, and we're going to do a lot. This is the arena, okay, where your father is going to preach the gospel, and you're gonna help me. You see, you as my child, we're gonna be in these trenches together, because you're the only people that I trust. You're the only ones I call my friend. You're the only ones that have access to my number. You're gonna work for me. We're gonna be in the trenches. I'm gonna teach you how to be a boss. I'm gonna teach you how to be an entrepreneur. I'm gonna teach you how to put jewels on your teeth. Oh, it's so pretty to look at. Wait until they all sparkle. Wait till they all sparkle, babies. It's peaceful. It's peaceful walking with the Lord. And when you walk with the Lord, you don't walk with this world. You don't walk with this world, children. You just float on the sea. And if it's somebody that you're supposed to meet or somebody that you're supposed to be, you will see it clearly. I can't wait to get my hair done. It's the only part of the fit that's just not legit. But the jewels on the teeth is so fit. It's so nice, children. So, on today, okay. So for today's episode of the God Talks, we're going to talk about the big God versus the little God, okay? So what that means, children, is there is a pecking order of life, okay? Just like there's a top of the food chain in the animal kingdom, there's a top of the food chain in this real life kingdom. The top of that food chain is God with a big G. There is only one God with a big G. It's not me. It's not any person you ever gonna see. It's a being that if he came from the sky, you would think you were going to die. And if that's not the case, I don't lie, children. I don't lie. I tell you the truth, baby. I tell you the truth. It's so free being free, because you don't have to lie. You don't have to tell anybody a lie, because I'm good. I'm good. What do I have to lie to you for? Who are you? So God sits at the top. Then there is a realm of other gods. Gods like the devil, gods like minions that work for the devil, gods like Buddha, gods like the Muslim god, gods like Baal, the god of Peor. There's so many. They're all side gods. They're all side characters, children. And the Bible tells you this. The Bible, children, if you take nothing else from your daddy's preaching, the Bible is 100% fact. Live your life as best as you can based on that, okay? There are gonna be some sins, okay, that you just gonna ask God politely, your majesty, your royalty, your highness. Sometimes your daddy say, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Big homie, God, Lord, Father, Abba, Poppy. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of ways you can talk to God. Some people call him the universe. Some people call him karma. He's called by a lot of things, but he's God at the end of the day. It's the person that you're praying to when stuff hits the fan, whether you believe or you don't. And truthfully, everybody believes, because everybody prays. Yeah, like when you're in your last moment, that's what you do. That's what you do, children. And always pay respect to the God of gods. Okay, don't equate the Holy Bible. Do not equate that to any other book, children. That is real life. Okay, every other book is something else. It's a version of real life. There you go. That's what it is. Every other book is a version of real life. The only book that you ever have to read for the rest of your life, children, is the Holy Bible. You want to read that book as many times as you can in a calendar year. Right now, your daddy is at 5. I read it cover to cover 5 full times in a calendar year. This year, I set an incredible pace because I read through the Torah, which is the 5 books of Moses, in a 3-day weekend. I called off work and I was just like, we're gonna read as much of this as humanly possible. And I taught myself, you can read through the densest portion of the Bible in 3 days. You should be able to clear this whole book in a month max, max, because it's, like that. Those are 3 large books, man, but the point being, that's the only book I read, children. And there are going to be some other books that you can, skim, read, whatever you want to do along the way that are educational, like books on investing, books on real estate, books on entrepreneurship, books on your mental, books on motivation, books on encouragement, books on spirituality, books on helping you find Jesus. Read Not a Fan, children. Read Not a Fan. It's the best Jesus book I've read to date because it challenges your faith. It makes you realize you're fake every single day, and you got to run harder for Jesus. You got to run tougher for Jesus, children. God sits at the top of the mountain. Jesus sits right next to him. And the Holy Spirit sits on the other side, children. Those are the 3. Those are who you live your life for. Those are who you bend the ultimate knee to. Okay? Always follow God. Always follow God. Do not follow me. So if I say something that contradicts that book, be like, Dad, you're wrong. Dad, you're fucking wrong. It's the truth. I will never in my life lord over you that I'm your daddy, that I know more than you, that all this other stuff that parents do. I'm not that person, because you know stuff just like I know stuff. I might know different stuff. I might know more different stuff, but you still know stuff. Baby Dr. Vic, you've been teaching me stuff since you came out your mama's. From the first day I met you, you've been teaching me stuff, woman. Like, what are we talking about? You've taught me more than I've ever taught you. But I'm still your daddy, boo. I'm still your daddy. Baby Dr. Magic. Baby Dr. Magic. My God, we haven't even really got introduced. We went bowling once, and you were a perfect angel, my boy. You were a perfect angel. You just held on to your daddy and was like, bro, what are we doing? But I trust you, and I trust you too, son. I trust you with my life, son, and you're just the 2 I'm talking to. And then there's another baby Dr. Vicky. Baby Dr. Vicky. Love you too, girl. We got all 3 of you a cell phone. We got all 3 of you a cell phone. And let me tell you, it is really hard to set up a child's phone. But I left the store, and I'm not driving back to it today because I'm tired. I was there for hours. It was really frustrating. So, going back to our totem pole of power, we got the Trinity, God the Father, Christ the Son, the Holy Spirit. And then right under that, we got the little g, which is me. Now, you're like, Dad, how are you a God? Because I am the first God, okay, that you can see in the flesh, that you can interact with, that you can ask questions, that you can peruse for information. We can do a lot of things, children. We can do a lot of things. But we're going to do 2 things very unique to us. For our lady children, we're going to give endlessly with reasonable expectations. Meaning, Vicky, you 2 ladies, you will get whatever your heart desires. Whatever your heart desires. So long as you listen. As long as you listen, you will get whatever your heart desires, because that's what a good wife does. A good wife is not combative. A good wife does not piss the man's soul off. A good wife is not argumentative. A good wife is intelligent. She is special. She is new, aka innovative. Ooh. And she is gorgeous. Those are the 4. That's the sign, okay? She's special. She's intelligent. She's new. She's gorgeous. Okay? That's what a wife is. Sign language. L, the language part. She listens, baby girl. God bless you, my brother. Hope it's going well with the fishing and stuff, man. Sorry to hear that. That's what matters. That's what matters. They had fun. They had fun. People come and, you know, hear the gospel and then they walk away, and that's what it's about, you know, because I come to my place and I just preach the word. I come to my place and I just preach the word. And that's what I'm asking of you, children, men and women. I'm asking that of you, to preach the word like your daddy do. And the better you do to show me, to show God, to show Jesus that you love them, the more I can bless you. And the less you do, the less I can bless you, because you're going to piss me off doing that. You think I want to bless you and you piss me off? No, and guess what? God don't either, but God will still bless you. I won't. I'm not God. I'm your daddy. You going to do what the freak I say. Because I'm giving you a lot of room to play. This ain't room that I was given. I was told, stay in a child's place. This grown folk business, blah, 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 this, that, and the third. How are you supposed to grow as a child if I never involve you in grown folks business? I'm expecting you to just stay a child your whole life and then just figure it out magically when you're 18? That's fucking stupid. It's fucking stupid, isn't it? Yeah. I involve you in adult business from the time you're tiny until the time you grow to be me, until we're eye to eye, you see? Now, baby doctor magic for my young men. And right now, son, it's just me and you in these trenches. It's just me and you in these trenches, son. And for us, we have our own sign, okay? We have to be special, okay? But it's a different kind of special. We have to have money, son. We have to be successful is what our S stands for. We have to be successful. Why? Because for you to have the woman that you want, son, you have to be willing to do whatever it takes for that woman. And usually what it takes involves money. Because there's nothing more special to a woman than knowing that she's protected, than knowing that her and her children are provided for, okay? Oh, excuse me, I just ate my what is that called? My bowl for the day. It was delicious. It was delicious. But we have to be successful, son. That's our first letter. We got to be in it. What is it? Everything. We got to be in her. We got to be in ourselves. What? We got to be in the world. We got to be in the water. We got to be in the wind. We got to be everywhere, son. We got to be constantly on alert because we are protecting our wife. She's supposed to be standing here, you know, helping me preach this shit. But, you know, I pissed her off and now she wants nothing to do with me. So it is what it is. We looking for new wives, you know, because the marathon continues, son. The thing that's scary about the Bible, son, is God's favorite children, like Abraham had to bury his wife, Sarah. That sucks, bro. That's your best friend. Jacob had to bury his Rachel. That's your best friend. She gave you your two favorite children. What? And children, every parent has favorite children. It might be all of you. Like, it might be a 3 or 4 or 10-way tie. That's very possible. You can all potentially be the favorite. It's very unlikely, but it's possible. Look at that bird. Just being a bird, just chilling. I wish I had some food for him. I should have brought him some food. I got bird food in my car and didn't bring it. Such a rude host. He's looking at me like, bro, I'm enjoying this sermon. Look at him coming over here. He enjoying the sermon, and I ain't got nothing to give him. I'm a terrible host. But, you know, it is what it is. He is chilling. I love geese, man. They just be chilling. They just be chilling. Like, you got some food, bro? Nah, I'm gonna just go on about my business. You know what I'm saying? Look at him. He was like, yeah, let's just go ahead, walk around with the little booty action. Son, we have to be constantly vigilant because we have to protect the woman, we have to protect the children, we have to protect ourselves, and we have to protect our environment. We got to protect other believers. We got to go try to reach non-believers, which is something I really hate doing. That is my least favorite part of the gospel, is going into the world and trying to, you know, help plant a seed, because that is so unfulfilling as far as like getting spat on. Like, it's not fun to get spit on. I don't like it. It tells you to count it as joy, and I do my best, but man, Who? Who? Stop playing when somebody spits in your face. It's really not, son. So you just got to learn to laugh the shit off, because we save the violence for a specific time and place, and it got to be category 9, okay? So we got to work on our anger control, because me and you are very angry people. You look exactly like me, and I look exactly like my dad, and my dad is a very angry human being too. You know, when I talk to people who know him, I get real stories, and I'm like, okay, you know, because I'm like, you guys have really awesome opinions of him and stuff, but I'm like, yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. He's a great guy. He's a great human being. I'm a great human being. We're both fantastic human beings. We just don't coexist. But he's one of my favorite people. To this day, I tell him I love him. You know what I'm saying? And he'd say it back. That's my dude. It blew my mind. It was years ago at this point. But I said I love you to him and didn't expect it back. I did. I say I love you whether I expect you to say it or not back. I'm just being honest, because one of us might not be here tomorrow. So I just want you to know I rock with you. You matter to me is what I love you means to me. You matter to me. And he said it back. He said I love you too. And as an adult, for the first time in my life, he called me first. It blew my mind. I was like, oh my God. Oh, I was like a little schoolgirl, you know? Like, my dad is an awesome guy. He's one of the greatest humans I ever had the pleasure to know. I ever had the pleasure to meet. I ever had the pleasure to learn from. He taught me a lot of wisdom in a very short, compact time period, you know? But yeah, you got to always honor your parents, children. Always honor your parents, and always understand that in this life, Jesus calls you to be a slave. The Bible tells you that having slaves is cool. Real life tells you that having slaves is cool. And if you think about it, having slaves is cool. Because here's where you have to think outside of your first world problems mindset of not understanding real life, because you've never been in a do or die situation. Because if you go to war with somebody, the concept of war is we're going to eradicate you. That's the concept of it. But that's kind of inhumane. It takes, like, you gotta be locked in to go just slaughter women and children, not let alone the men that you have to kill, because you got to kill all the guys before you get to the girls, and then you have to go slaughter all the women and children. That's, I couldn't do it. I can't do that. That's not in me. But you have to do that. God tells you to do that in the Bible. Think about that. He tells you to kill everybody. Leave no survivors, because they'll turn you against me. And that's real shit. You know? But God wouldn't do that. Like, you don't read the Bible. You don't know who God is. He's really about what he says. He's a goon. He's the original savage. Oh, man, could you imagine ordering a hit on somebody because they ate your fruit that was in your fruit basket that you told them not to eat or you'll die, and then they forgot real quick because a couple hours went by, y'all was kicking back, having a good time, and they forgot that you was a mob boss and what you say has to come true or you lose your respect and honor and glory, and you took a bite out of his favorite apple by accident, and he look at you like, now you have to die. So niggas standing right behind you with the strap, bro. They about to put you in the river. They about to put you in there. It's deep. It's deep, man. How much more the Lord? How much more God? We got a sin problem, people. The sins that I commit, I know are righteous in God's sight. And here's how I know. Because I have a list of 10 things. He gave me 10 commandments. I gave him 10 things. I'm like, bro, these are 10 things, because you gave me 10, so I'm gonna give you 10. But you only gotta honor all 10, God. Just give me top 4. Give me Mount Rushmore. All right. So I'm not even gonna share with you all 10, but I'm gonna give you the first one. The rest of the 3 are between me and my children, but this one is public information. God, anything I do for my wife, you have to ignore that sin. You have to ignore that sin for me, because she's my wife. My God, she's in the trenches with me. She's doing this with me. That's my fellow soldier. I can't betray my fellow soldier. I can't do it. That's my first soldier. That's the first soldier you told me to take care of, Lord. I can't do it. It's me and her against the world. It's me and Malia. It's me and Malia, baby. It's me and Malia, baby. That's it, children. There's a couple other things on this list, but this list is between me and God. You see what I'm saying? So these are sins that I know if I commit them on a daily basis, because they are deeply ingrained in who I am as a person. Let's flip it, okay? Because your mama is one of my sins, okay? Your mama, Malia, is one of my sins. Let's give you another one. This is not in the top 4. This is not in the top 4, but it is in the top 10. I'm just not giving any more of my Mount Rushmore. That's between me and the Lord. But I talk about Malia all the time, you know. And Jesus goes without saying, because you can't worship Jesus and sin against the Lord. That's impossible to do. So Jesus doesn't need to be in the top 4. He's above the top 4. But anyway, so another one is, Lord, if I have children outside of marriage, I need you to forgive me, Lord. I need you to forgive me. And what I give back to God, because I'm not someone who just sins and doesn't make a sacrifice, because the Bible tells you to sacrifice to the Lord. But I'm not about to come out here killing no chickens and burning them in a fire, because people already called me crazy enough. You know how crazy I look going outside, because I'm not going to do it in my house. I'm not about to burn my house down. So you know how crazy I look going outside with a live chicken or goat, which is worse, or cow, which is worse, and just slitting his throat on an altar, lighting incense and burning it to the Lord. They would have me in handcuffs before the flames went out. What are we talking about? But I can sacrifice in other ways. So one of the ways that I sacrifice is what's called contracts, children. And that's going to be the next episode of this, because we don't really need to talk about the continuity of the food chain, because it stops with me. There's nobody else on the food chain that you have to listen to aside from your mothers, you know. But if it's not your mothers, you ain't got to listen to them. You ain't got to listen to them. That's it. Just me and your mamas. That's it. That's it. And me first, not your mamas first. Listen to me first, not your mamas first. Why? Because I'm God and your mama's the king, okay? That's how that works. I'm God with the lower G, and your mama's the king of the community. Okay, so we all bend the knee to your mama, but we all pray to me. And we, as a community, pray to the Lord, the big G, because that's who I work for. That's who I work for. You heard of Agent Smith? I'm Agent Spade, baby. When I'm the villain. But then we Dr. Spade when we the hero. What we doing? What we doing? This is a crazy concept. It's so cool. It's so cool. But yeah, so the next video, children, the next installment of God Talks, we are going to talk about the types of contracts you can sign. Because your daddy is having trouble finding 2 wives. Because I told God a long time ago, I will marry and be faithful to 1 woman, okay? And if that shit goes wrong, I'm getting all the women. That was the deal. Is 1 or all of them. And now we in a weird space of let's have both. Let's have both, God. I want both. I want all the women and the 1 woman. So we got a top 4, Mount Rushmore. And we already found 1 of the wives. Right now, we're looking for 2 of the wives, which is a woman and another woman that's comfortable being sister wives. You know, we'll marry them both and we'll do this life thing together. And then if they want to add a 4th wife or 5th wife or, you know, those types of things, we can do it. But in the meantime, we're looking for what's called the slave wife. That's the 4th one. Okay, this one is free territory. So I already found 2, right? Okay, I already found 2. My daughter's mother and my non-existent child's mother, because me and this woman didn't have a child, but we were married, you know. So I found 2, okay? I'm looking for 2 more, okay? These 2 will come as a package, and me and the first woman can find the second woman, but there always has to be the understanding that there will be a second woman. Because I already gave the singular status to 2 separate women. I'm not giving singular status to another woman or 2. Like, we're not doing that this time. We're not doing that this time. So the slave contract is very simple. It states that this can be monogamous between me and you, where I'm the only guy you encounter, right? Or you could be a free slave, which means you're out in the world, we are friends, with benefits, which means that we encounter each other. If you bear a son or daughter to me, the kid comes to me. You sign legal paperwork before we ever are intimate. You sign legal paperwork that before we're ever intimate, that if there is a kid from this and you carry this kid to completion, it's mine. And I will decide if you get visitation. You will get visitation if you want it. You know, you help me make the kid. It's your kid too, but it's my kid. Like they live with me, they sleep with me, they eat with me, they go to work with me, etc. It's my kid. And that's the slave woman contract. Because a slave woman or a baby mama, okay, those mean the same things, is a woman that you have relations with, that you're not married to, that you have no ties to, meaning she could leave you, you could leave her, whatever, and she occasionally will give you babies. That's a slave woman, that's a baby mama, that's a single mother. Those are slave women. And, you know, any woman can go anywhere. Like Cinderella was basically a slave and she graduated to become Malia, which is the first wife. Tiffany is the second wife, and we're still trying to fill in the third wife and the fourth wife. We're gonna call those two women Alex and Sam. Ooh. Oh man, Alex and Sam and Jessica. We're gonna call it a three-way tie. We're gonna call it a three-way tie between Alex, Sam, and Jessica. So that's technically 5, but 2 of them are the first wife. Okay. The other 3, 2 of them could be wives. They all could be slave wives. You know what I'm saying? It just depends. It just depends. Because a slave wife means that you're tied to me, but I'm not tied to you. Like, I don't owe you anything. I don't have to listen to you. If I tell you get lost, you got to get lost. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's in the Bible. Sarah, Abraham's wife, was like, hey, I'm mad that you knocked her up. Make her and her baby leave. Yo, I read that like, damn, Grandma Sarah, oh my goodness, I ain't mad at you, woman. Abraham been fucking up for a while. Pop's been fucking up for a while. But that's real. That's really what happened. And you know what? He made her leave because this is my first wife. You think I'm going to argue with her over you? You're a slave. What are we talking about here? People don't understand their positions in life, children. People don't understand their positions in life. People don't understand that we're not all fucking equal. People don't understand when they're a slave, a commoner, and fucking God walks by you in the flesh. Fucking Pharaoh walks by you in the flesh. I'm at minimum Pharaoh out this motherfucker. You know, but we got to set the record straight on who's not and who's great. We got to set the record straight on who's not and who's great. And if I think you greater than me, I really call you a superhero, my G. And I mean it. There's a lot of people I tell a superhero, and you real basic. You basic. But I ain't gonna tell nobody they basic. That ain't, you know, spreading cheer, putting a battery in somebody's back. Because Malia put the battery in your back and mean it. She'll make you feel it. It's just peace and bliss and happiness. And Tiffany is just another name for Malia. Because it's the same fucking thing. It's just different shades, you know, different vessels, but same fucking concept, you know, same exact concept. It's a woman you'll give anything for, you know, or just about anything at this point, just about anything, but really anything. Like Malia, that's one of one. But so is Tiffany Lynn too, you know. It's an ultimate battle. It's an ultimate battle to the death. All right, children, so let's talk about the contract.